All right, here we go. It is 2 hours UTC, and it's time again for Astronomy Daily Live. Hey, welcome everybody. Hope everybody's doing well out there in the universe and the world. Everything's good here. Everything's good here. The sun is just setting over the western horizon. Yeah, it's a pretty nice sunset out there today. Got a few high clouds. Even if it was clear, I don't necessarily have a particular reason for doing anything. I have gobs and gobs and gobs of data that I have to work through and understand and get through to see what I can do with it all. So yeah, welcome everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's talk some astronomy here for a little while. So hey, Bobby, what's going on? You made it. You sound very, very, very faint.
Let me fix something. I'm gonna fix the output.
Okay.
Okay, output's fixed.
But I'm gonna check the chat. Carolina Sky Astronomy. Hey, nice to see you.
Welcome, Jim.
Jim, Page Master. Hey, Moore, Oklahoma. Oh, okay, now he went from almost being not hearable at all to busting my eardrums.
Hey, at least I stepped on the gas.
Yeah, you definitely stepped on the gas. I think you pushed the button. Yeah. Hey there, Tom. Nice to see you in the chat as well. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is doing excellently out there. Everything's good here, as I said. Yeah, just a few high clouds, but a beautiful sunset. So
I still got a video uploading, so I'm not able to do the chat yet.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
The last time I did the chat on this, it overloaded. I wonder if it's going to overload again.
It's entirely possible.
My potato is more worse than yours. But let's say systems, it'll be all right.
Yeah, well, Carolina Sky Astronomy, it's these... It's these cloudy nights that make me always think, it's like, you know what? I need to get into radio astronomy. It's just, it's... And then you don't necessarily have to worry whether it's daytime or nighttime or whether there's clouds or not. Doesn't particularly matter. So I've been saying that for decades now, and I haven't done anything about it yet. But cool. Right now, DSN Madrid is getting signals from Voyager 1. Yeah, isn't that just absolutely incredible? Now, I actually worked with Voyager data in sort of two different ways. I worked with the data coming from both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2's ultraviolet spectrometer. I think all of that data, I'm pretty sure all of that data is over on the Planetary Data System website as well. But the other really, really interesting thing is that
Bird alert.
Bird alert. Hey there, Ron. How are you?
All right.
Good. Excellent. So,
hey. And last time I checked, you finally got the phone app working, right?
I did. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, praise!
I don't know how. It just popped on and started working, so I'm going to leave it like that.
Sometimes it's just magic, and you just have to stand back in awe
Yeah,
and
see, I
just
was trying
go,
to,
wow.
what I was trying to do was use the same account on my phone, okay? It doesn't really have to be at the same time, but that would be nice if I can. And then that way, when I'm out and about, I want to go somewhere and I can be on the phone and I don't have to get off of the computer. I can leave that on if I need to
Yeah.
for
yeah.
whatever reason. But
Nice.
anyway, you know, that's an idea that I like. And plus, now when I'm out traveling, I can contact, you know, people that are on Discord, you know, to be much easier
Yeah,
in
cool.
that case.
Yeah,
So
Very
I like that.
I think it will beat Skype second to none having a Discord
I
server.
think so. Once it's going, yeah, once it's going, and once I get it figured out, and we get some of the little weird things about it worked out, you know, I think we'll be all right.
Oh
So,
yeah, oh yeah.
so.
So there's more. All right.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
All right.
So
just
I
all right.
noticed that Cosmic has found my channel,
Oh,
and
sure. Oh, yeah.
then I think Carolina Astronomy has found it also. I noticed he signed in and over there, so that's pretty good.
Mhm.
And I want more people
Oh,
like you guys to find it.
Cosmic. I'm not sure if you got my message on my Discord about doing a Nightbot command for Earth Radio for anybody that wants to join in. Just go ahead
Yeah.
and join in at any time.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I need you to confirm that that is some kind of a permanent link and not a temporary one. Or...
I think it is permanentized. Last
Okay.
time I checked.
All right.
And
Well,
Bobby made that. Bobby put together the channel for me. I didn't have a clue on what to do on that.
Cool. Well, you found the right guy to do it. So yeah.
He set it up. He got the ranking guy on there, the Me6 guy, the little bot guy that tells you where you are on the rankings, and he got that going.
Cool.
And he wants to do a few other things that he knows he can do. It's just a matter of getting it going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right. So
Okay, so I just put the link in the chat.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah. I'll.
Thank you.
I will definitely add a Nightbot command over there so we can advertise that from time to time. So,
what I'll be glad to do is
call it Earth Radio for Ron, because I think that's what Ron wanted to say.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because I will help, you know, all of your channels, you know, as you're growing and you're trying to get your information out there. You can always talk to Earth Radio. You can be on as a guest, of course, at any time. And if you have breaking news or some kind of information that you have to get out to the masses, yeah, you can just contact me, contact Amanda, contact you know, anyone else that we know that helps me on the radio here, you know, and they can get it to me and we can get it going, you know.
Yeah,
so
nice.
I want you guys to have the what do they call it, the carte blanche of the you know, of the communication world. Forget the regular mainstream communication world, because that ain't gonna help you. But on Earth Radio, unless they shut it down, you know, it's open for business, able to share, you know.
Sweet.
So
Nice.
just let me know if anyone has any ideas that they want to talk about, you know, astronomy or paranormal or whatever. It don't matter.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'm not choosy. I'm not trying to be particular on any one choice because I want everyone to have the opportunity to share. And then let people make up their own minds what they want to do. You know, if they like that topic, great. If they don't like that topic, great. You know.
Yep.
Religion topic, don't matter. You know, Bobby has heard me talk about religion and different things, and we have a different.
Blame Father John for that. Blame Father John for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But we have a good time talking about this
Yeah.
stuff. So we do have a good time. We learn about a lot of things about each
Yeah.
other, and that's the good thing. That's what I want in this
It's
in this
yeah,
business.
it's I think I mean especially these days. I think that collectively, right? I mean, if we were just to talk a little bit more,
Yeah, open up a little
that
more.
that helps a lot. And you know, these kinds of media now make it super easy,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because now,
Now what?
face to
Now,
face, we don't even have to. Hold on, Bobby. Hold on, Bobby. You can't keep cutting in like that. All right, dude. Um, uh, I completely lose my train of thought. Um, I just lost it. So go ahead.
okay. So I did what I can do. There, I did a main chat room. I did a request room. If I can go ahead and launch the Discord right now on my computer, I will make a news section, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
that would be a good one.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
this kind of thing where um, we're actually able to communicate face to face, and hear the inflections in our voices and all that kind of stuff. We don't
Yeah.
have to, you know, um, um, completely rely on text and all of that. I mean, we can actually hear each other, see each other. I think it's great. So,
And
so
that, yeah,
I think that we should take full advantage of that, right?
yeah. And
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's what I like about the video aspect of and getting more comfortable with talking in front of the camera and talking on the video. It's like I know you already. I already see you. I know unless you're some kind of robot that's up there and you're just moving them with the controls.
I
I don't think that's the case though. So,
don't think
um,
so. I don't think
um,
so.
because I think what I like is this one-to-one interaction, and we're on the same level. We're not trying to impress anybody necessarily, except maybe some of us are with what we know and what we can do. We might want to try to show off what we can do, but that doesn't mean anything bad. That
That's
just means
okay. Yeah,
that just helps people learn. That helps people get more grounded in what they got to do. And a lot of times. And if that's just to sit back and listen to other people talk, and that's the way it goes. I
absolutely.
mean, I know so many astronomers that are way smarter than I am. But I'm learning a lot just by listening. Just by sitting back and listening what they got to say, or
Yeah,
or UFO people, and things like that. And it's just amazing what you can learn just by sitting back and listening. You know.
absolutely. And that's what I actually enjoy more than anything else is just sitting back and listening. This thing that I do 1 hour a day is kind of abnormal. I'm not that much of a talker. I mean I'll definitely have conversation, but to talk for like an hour, yeah, that's rough on the throat. so,
Yeah. Yeah.
but so hey, last night, right after the live stream, Bobby and I got onto Rabbit and watched an absolutely incredible presentation on Gaia. I mean, I don't know if you could tell, Bobby, but I mean, I was like jumping up out of my seat
Oh
uh,
wow.
because it
What was it on?
on Gaia. It's a
But what was the
spacecraft.
topic?
Well, it was on the spacecraft and its capabilities in terms of being able to measure positions and measure brightnesses.
okay,
Oh
And
wow.
the one thing that I didn't
all right.
realize was that
Uh,
there there's a
I'm gonna be right back, okay? So I
okay,
can get the
cool.
Discord app loaded because it was put in the needs.
All right.
Okay, cool. Um, so I didn't realize that Gaia also contained temporal information. I thought it was just sort of, you know, extremely accurately measuring the positions of stars and all of that, and measuring their brightnesses. But they've also collected lots of information on you know, how those positions change over time.
Oh,
I had
wow.
absolutely no idea.
Wow.
So yeah, really, really, really amazing presentation. I'm going to have to go back and watch that a couple more times, because it was just it, wa- it was done really, really well, and it was actually done by one of the people who you know, well, you know, the team, you know, the Gaia team is absolutely huge. I think the collaboration, I think, is, you know, like hundreds of people. But this particular person um, uh, looks like, you know, he played a big role, and you know, was actually one of the people, you know, who thought it up and did all of that. So really, really, really amazing, really amazing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that again, and maybe I'll post it over on at least my Discord server.
Oh, yeah.
And then that can spread around a little bit. So yeah, yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, that was really, really nice. I think what we should probably do, because it's now the 2nd of May, is, you know, at the beginning of every month, I like to go over to cloudynights.com and look at the celestial events
Oh, yeah.
for the month.
Well,
So
that's what I
Bobby,
need. Yeah. That's what I need tonight is cloudy nights. I got rain tonight.
hey,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
So Bobby, did you get it all worked out?
Yeah, I just had to shut down the Hangouts so it will really will load because it was slowing it down and stuff.
Okay, cool. All right, so
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
gonna
what I
go.
should have done when I was recompaling my QRXP to get source was shut down the Hangouts so it could be faster. And the Hangouts right now, if I'm doing something else, it's gonna put it in its needs.
huh.
Um, but let's say if you get like 4 people, me, you, and Ron, that is really gonna put me down.
Are you on a tablet or what are you doing? What are you using?
I'm okay. Jim. No, I'm gonna give you a warning. Okay. No NSFW. Thank you. So this is your warning.
Huh?
Well, I'm here. So.
Hold on one. Nah, Bobby, you got to lighten up a little bit.
That's the problem with using the Wi-Fi like that though. On a hotspot, sometimes it just cannot
It's
handle
not the
the
Wi-Fi. It's
traffic.
not the Wi-Fi. It's the
Oh,
performance demand. It's the processing that
oh, really?
yeah.
Well, that's
So
strange.
yeah.
Oh wait,
But
you're
let's
talking
say
about
but
on the Google Hangouts. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Google Hangout sucks a lots of
Well,
resources.
Yes.
it's
But
kind
it
of like when
doesn't
you use,
suck
yeah.
much. Now it doesn't suck much if I'm on Chrome OS with the Android layer disabled and the Linux layer disabled. If you disable the Android and the Linux layer and just have the browser layer, it'll be all right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go over to Cloudy Nights, and
Cloudy night.
let's take a look at these.
And what's the topic? What's the topic or the object tonight?
Well, Cloudy Nights is what we're going to do is we're going to go over there and take a look at the May celestial events. This is something I like to do at the beginning of every month. So let's go over.
I actually gotta get the download from my hand controller and get that set up before I try to go out when we get a nice night.
All right.
So I want to make sure that hand controller is up to date.
Yeah.
So
well,
I gotta look at that.
Let you know that I just added a newsroom on the Earth Radio server.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, just Ron, just go over to Celestron's
And
site.
if you want to read the description, I usually put a description
Wow.
on every room that I did. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
As I was
Thank
saying,
you.
yeah, Ron, just go over to Celestron's site, and I don't remember exactly where it is, but they've got very, very detailed instructions, and I think if you just mindlessly follow those instructions, I think it would be good. So
yeah.
All right, so here is cloudynights.com, which is an absolutely fantastic site. Extremely active. Yeah, definitely check it out.
Right.
It's very, very active, very, very informative.
Yeah, I signed up there once. I can't remember.
Man, I cannot believe it's May already. And sometimes I can easily will forget my mom's birthday. That's the because I can confuse because sometimes when my mom was still around, okay, you got to give her both a birthday gift and a Mother's Day gift.
And Mother's Day, yeah,
her
mine
birthday is either on or around Mother's Day.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean,
my mother's birthday, when she was here, her birthday was on or right around Easter. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so that was kind of confusing.
Just
also, what's also weird about it as well. Okay, my uncle shared a song. It is called "If There Was a Phone in Heaven." Put my mama on the line. I need to see if I can find that song and probably share it on probably both the Earth Radio server and on the ADL server.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, Carolina Sky Astronomy. See you later. He's out of
here.
here.
Later, Jim.
8.4 meter. How big is that?
That's as big as that picture right behind me right there. That's actually one of the mirrors. 8.4.
Oh, that's one of the mirrors. Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would not fit in my living room, I don't think.
No, it's not going to fit in mine either. So yeah, they put it on top. They put it on top of a mountain instead. Fits pretty well on the mountain. Yeah. All right, so let's go over to Cloudy Night. And let's see, I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Go to infinity, hide. Okay.
Okay, what is that? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the site too.
Yeah, that's all right. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over to here, and we're going to go to the May 2019 celestial calendar. All right, so here it is for the entire month. So yeah, let's just roll through this and see what's
Wow.
happening. So yeah,
Is this for the northern?
Kind of biased towards the north, but these celestial events are universal. So it doesn't really matter where you are; these things happen. Yeah, the positions of the moon and the planets shift around a little bit, because of your position on the Earth. But a full moon, it takes place, same time, regardless of where you are on the planet.
Right.
Yeah. So and that's what most of these things are. So
What I like about the days of the internet as we have it now, and it's getting a little better with the ability to be able to share and to communicate. Is we can watch an event occur where otherwise we normally wouldn't be able to see anything. Okay, we just hear about it a couple of days later. Oh, it happened,
yeah.
Like the solar eclipse, that when it happens like in Asia and stuff like that, where normally we wouldn't even see it, but we can actually watch it live on the screen now.
Right.
And that is incredible.
It's incredible. It's not quite as good as the real thing, as actually being there, seeing it. But it's a at least in my opinion, it's sort of a fair substitute, right? So
well, I think it's important that when we are involved in a community thing like that, where we can all watch an eclipse at the same time, we're all connected at the same time watching an event occur.
Yep.
Whatever that event might be.
Right.
And that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Those things I call shared experiences. And those things are going to happen, no matter what. And most people, they don't know or don't care. But those of us who do, now have an opportunity to sort of, get a little bit of the experience together via these really great machines that when they work are absolutely fantastic, and when they don't work, it's like the end of the world, right? So
right. Or when the internet don't work.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what is going on here. So right now it is May 2nd at 2:28 UTC. So I'm noticing that also on the 2nd, let's see, Saturn's going to be going kind of close to Pluto, not incredibly close, but
retrograde for Saturn, I think, right?
Yeah, we're
or soon anyway.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that on here yet. Anyway, a little bit later today, right at 13 hours UTC, it looks like the moon is going to actually pass in front of asteroid Vesta. Now, that's not going to happen for all of us. This is going to happen for a few of us if we're in Southern Europe, Africa, South America, all that. So those of you who are there at 13 hours UTC, it sort of depends on what part of the planet you're on. That 13 hours UTC in South America is going to be in the middle of the day. Is it? No, I guess it's going to be in the morning. Yeah, I don't really know if anybody's going to see that per se because of the timing of that. But it's happening anyway. Whether we see it or not, it still happens. At least in theory. let's see. So tomorrow, it looks like Mars and Saturn are at what's called the um, heliocentric opposition. Let's I
Okay.
can show you a picture of what that actually means. It's probably a little bit easier to show you a picture. So I'm going to fly over to heavens above and look at our solar system chart. And you'll sort of see what that is all about. It might be
See
kind
that? The
of
universe is
difficult.
flat.
Well, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of hard to see, but so this part here, of course, is the inner solar system. You've got the sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and then this is a blow up of this little square, and then you've got Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So
Okay.
if you sort of use your imagination a little bit and put Mars and the sun sort of here, all right? So if the sun is going to be in the middle, Mars is going to be up here, and as you can see, on the opposite side of the sun is Saturn. So that's what that means. The Mars Saturn doing an opposition. So they are on opposite sides of the sun from one another. That's all that means. So what that also means is if you were on Mars trying to look at Saturn, you'd have to look, directly at the sun. And exactly the same thing if you were on Saturn. So yeah, from Mars or Saturn, the other planet is in conjunction with the sun. So that's just another way of looking at it too. Yeah, but they're just on the opposite sides of the sun. So that's what that's talking about, the heliocentric opposition there.
Okay.
So that's happening at 14 hours UTC. Cool. New moon is on the 4th at 22:46. Cool. And that just means, of course, that the moon is right between the Earth and the sun, and we're going to be able to start seeing the moon in the evenings now over the next couple of weeks till we get to full moon.
So now, speaking about the moon's motion, is it normal how the direction that the moon orbits the Earth, or is that like not normal in most of the planetary systems? Like for instance, it actually rises in the west and sets in the east.
Well, it kind of depends on your perspective. Since the Earth is rotating, everything in our sky always rises in the east and sets in the west. Always, 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 always. So that.
But the moon rises in the west.
No. That'll never, ever, ever. Well, I think what you're.
If you're looking at the beginning of the moon, if you look at the moon cycle, beginning of the moon cycle, it's always in the lower west in the beginning of the cycle.
Yes. Well, the moon is revolving, going around the Earth from west to east. That's absolutely true.
Now, is that normal?
Yeah, if you were to look at the solar system from the top, okay, all the planets and most of the moons rotate counterclockwise. Most of them. Now, um, there are some moons. I think I want to say that maybe one or both of Mars's moons. I think they may actually go around Mars in the opposite way. So from looking
Oh,
down from the top, I think one or both of Mars's moons is moving clockwise. I think there's a couple of Jupiter moons that go clockwise as well. But for the most part, all the moons and the planets are going around counterclockwise if you were looking from the top. Now, in the
yeah.
case of Uranus, it's actually tilted almost 90 degrees. I think it's like 82 degrees. So, in a certain sense, it's sort of rolling along its orbit.
Okay.
There's that. The other interesting
So
thing.
if you would check the chat right quick, there were talking about like some objects in the sky does something to those like the planets and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
rolling along.
yeah, that's exactly what we're just talking about now. So okay. So Niji is saying that Triton is retrograde, which means it's going around. If you're looking from the top, it's going around clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All
But
right.
in terms of planetary rotation, that's another thing where I think if you're looking from the top, all the planets except for Venus rotate counterclockwise as well. Venus actually rotates clockwise.
Oh wow.
So that's a little weird. Yeah.
Why is that?
And nobody knows.
When
Nobody
they, when they
knows.
put that when they put that watch together, it kind of they put the wrong gear in.
Well, maybe it's it's a balancing thing, or maybe it's just a bad gear or something. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I like the balance. I like the balancing idea better than the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Say
yeah,
somebody put the wrong gear in there, that could be a problem.
yes. Well, who knows? Who knows? All right, so I'm gonna keep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's really a mystery.
Well, and then how each movement affects us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, does it say
Absolutely.
anything about the Aquarius this month or no?
I'm not
because it was on Space Weather Blog.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about those here, but these folks certainly. I mean, I can't expect them, to be able to pick out every single thing, because it would just be pages and pages and pages long. This is just really, really, really brief. It's the moon, it's the planets. That's about it, right?
Okay.
Sometimes, here, actually, Bobby, I take that back. It looks like on May 5th, they're talking about the Aquariids, right there. So I think that is what you were looking for. 20 per hour, pretty good. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely take a look out for that.
And these are usually in UTC time, right?
These are always in UTC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it looks
And
like.
speaking of moons, Tom Bandscotter has another this day in history. In 1949, Gerard Cooper discovered Nereid, the third largest moon of Neptune's 14 moons.
Nereid, yeah, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is definitely a challenge. But yeah,
And speaking
Neptune.
of pronunciation, I am not offended about the Italians, how they pronounce my last name. I'm not offended at all with the Italians.
Oh, okay. Well, try not to be offended by anything. It's let people say things they want to. That's all right. No problem. All right. So the peak of the shower, I guess, is supposed to take place at 13 hours UTC. So cool. Very cool. Always nice to see meteor showers. Moon, yeah. Next to Aldebaran. Okay. Mercury relatively close to Uranus. Okay. So the moon is at descending node. So that just means that it is crossing celestial equator, heading south. So it's at a declination of 0 degrees, going south. The orbit of the moon is inclined. I don't remember how many degrees. I want to say like 9 degrees or something. So the moon is going to cross um, the celestial equator a couple times a month. One time going down and one time going up. And so it looks like on the 9th at 19 hours, it'll be heading south. Cool. Okay.
So how many degrees of the sky does it move? Like from rising when it's like brand new little sliver, 3-day-old moon or whatever. How many days or how many degrees does it move in the sky across the sky each day?
It moves uh, about something like 12 degrees per day, something like that.
Yeah.
It's if you take the a full circle, of course, is 360 degrees, and it takes the moon what about 27 days or so to go
Yeah.
once around, 27 or 29 or something like
Okay, the
that.
descending node. Is that crossing the equator or the ecliptic?
I think if I remember correctly, I think it's the celestial equator. I think somebody in the chat can probably correct me on that if I'm wrong. So if you take 360 degrees and divide it by 27 days, 360 divided by 27, you get about 13 and a third degrees per day. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna guess. I was actually gonna guess 13.
Yeah.
So I would have been a pretty close guess as to where if I were to just estimate where the moon was going to be, and then figure it out. 13, look, just do an eyeball about 13 degrees. I'd be pretty close.
Yeah, and
The
that's
main
about.
factor is saying the point at which an orbit crosses the ecliptic plane going south.
Okay, so it's the ecliptic, not the celestial equator. Okay.
For planet center orbits, it is relative to the equatorial plane. That's what Arnestro's saying.
Point at which the orbit crosses the ecliptic plane going south. Planet-centered orbits, it's relative to the equatorial plane. Okay. I gotcha.
Did you catch the one for Sun Center?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Yeah, I
Thank
think our
you
instru
very
yeah,
much.
yeah, I think our instro, I think that's
Yes.
probably what I'm talking about then. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, interesting. All these terms, all these astronomical terms, there's just too many of them. Um,
Now for Mercury, when would be the best time to try to spot Mercury? Um, would that
well,
be in the as the morning or in the evening? I think is already gone,
yeah,
so you won't really.
I think right now both Mercury and Venus are over in the morning sky.
Okay,
They're west of the sun, so they're going to
so
rise.
Venus is the one that I'm seeing probably right before the sunrise.
Yeah, it's going to be a big bright one over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and
All right.
I think Mercury is pretty nearby. Yeah, in fact, we can look at the diagram here. Excuse me,
Okay.
Yeah.
and figure that out.
So I don't know what HA is. It's the type of prediction that it is really good about. And Google says it's the ecliptic even for our moon.
Okay, cool. So sitting here
And I
on
just activated my Google
Oh.
Assistant.
Yeah.
so sitting here on Earth, right,
Yeah.
looking out, you can sort of see that both Mercury and Venus are to the
So
right
you
of
can
the sun.
blame Uncle Bill Thorlin for activating my assistant.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah,
Okay.
in fact, I would say that now is probably the best time to see Mercury in the morning because it's pretty much as far away from the sun as it's going to get. Right? I mean, it's coming
What
around.
color? What color?
It's you know, it's sort of a. I seems to me that it's sort of I don't know, rust colored, not exactly
Okay.
red, um, but I mean it definitely has a color to it.
Almost like
But
an orange,
yeah,
maybe.
maybe it's really hard to tell because you can never see it when it's like really dark out. You always
All
have
right.
a lit
I
background
don't think that
sky.
actually is true
Okay.
what our Astro is saying about our Earth orbiting satellites and those around other players uses the local equator as he understands. But I don't think that's true.
Um,
Because there's Geo Earth and there's Geo Earth, Geostat, stationary.
well,
Hmm.
those two are both the same thing, though. I mean, they're both orbiting the Earth, right?
Okay.
So,
So,
uh,
so, but I so you can say true when it comes to a geostationary, but I'm not sure not about the low Earth.
okay. Mhm.
So yeah, it uses the heliocentric for the moon, and it's to answer Uncle Bill's ascending descending node question.
Gotcha. Yeah, but now is definitely a good time to see Mercury for
Oh,
sure.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, if I
and
can only have a clear morning to see it, that would be awesome.
yeah, and you're going to see it really low about an hour before sunrise.
All right.
So I mean it
And I'd like to
um,
thank our Astro for clarifying about
Yeah.
geostationary satellites.
yeah, cool.
All right.
Thank you, Orange Joe.
So then in the morning sky, then you're gonna see. Will you see Jupiter in the morning time sky?
Yeah,
Jupiter.
well, yeah.
And
Jupiter these days is rising local time around 11:30 p.m. or so.
That's okay.
Towards the southeast.
That might be the one that I see at like 1 o'clock in the morning and bright,
Yeah.
kind of a bright,
Yes.
not really white, but kind of a yellow
Yes.
brightness. Not really
Yeah.
white bright like Venus.
And Saturn is in the morning sky too.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, that's something to look forward to then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
We've got all these planets in the morning sky. In fact, right now, right, looking at the solar system chart, every single planet except Mars is to the right of the sun, which means
Wow.
they're all up in the morning.
Wow.
Except for Mars.
Yeah.
Right? Mars is up in the evening still. So yeah, there's an imbalance in the solar system right now.
So now, if they're all lined up like that, and you're looking at the sun, you don't necessarily see the planets at that distance, but you might see the activity of what the sun is doing, and the sun will actually be pulled from where its center point is. It would be pulled towards that direction of where all the planets are.
Yeah, that's a measurable amount, but it's very, 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 very tiny.
Oh, okay. But then where do you get that idea? Where do they get the idea they witnessed where stars, what we called we talked about it before, where the stars wobble.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, what's happening there though is that those planets are pretty massive, right? Much larger than Jupiter even. And so they just tug a little bit harder, and our technology has gotten such that we can see those tiny little wobbles now.
Yeah.
But I think the influence of like a planet like the Earth on the sun, that wobble, I mean, it is definitely there. I don't know if we can measure it or not because it's so small.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could do the math, to figure all that out, but I would think that's pretty darn small still. But for something larger, it's going to pull on the sun a little bit more. And
might want to keep looking at the chat there, Cosmic.
What's that?
Yeah. Keep looking at the chat.
What is in the chat? Yeah. Yep. That is correct. Something like that, Uncle Bill. Yeah. That's my understanding too. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's quite that high, but it's at least 99.9%. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the influence is there. It's just very, very, very small. All right, let's keep moving here.
You can call me the Shenanigan Patrol Man.
Yeah. Well, you also have to give everybody a chance, though, too. So don't get too excited. So let's see. So the moon, Venus, southernmost latitude from the ecliptic plane. So that's as low as it's going to get south of the ecliptic, right? We have the ecliptic plane and also on the equatorial plane. And those two planes, of course, are different. So you have to make sure that you know which one is which. Let's see. So moon there. There's some features on the moon that are sometimes neat to see. You have to be at the right place at the right time to see those. Asteroid Flora is going to be at opposition on the 11th, which means from Earth, it's on the opposite side of the sun. So when the sun sets, Flora is rising. All right, 2.9 degrees. So on the 13th, the moon is at perigee, which is its closest that it's going to get to the Earth this time around. Cool. So asteroid Parthenope, I think that's how to pronounce that, or something like that, is going to be at opposition on the 14th. Cool. When they're in opposition, that also means that they're pretty much as close to the Earth as they're going to get. Let's see. Mars is at its northernmost declination on the 16th, for what it's worth. Full moon is on the 18th at 2111. So Mercury's at ascending node through the ecliptic plane. See, I think Arinstro and Pagemaster, I think that these guys differentiate their ascending nodes, or nodes. I think when they're talking here, at least, about just plain old descending node, I think they're talking about the ecliptic, or I'm sorry, the equatorial plane, because see how here they're talking about specifically through the ecliptic plane. So I think that they are differentiating here. So I'm going to stand by my statement and say that this is probably through that is a declination of 0 degrees heading south, because here they're talking about going through the ecliptic plane, which is different, of course, than the equatorial plane. So yeah, I think that's right. You can try to convince me otherwise. I'm wide open to being completely convinced otherwise. So let's see. So the moon's going to get pretty close to Ceres, and if you happen to be in Antarctica, you'll be able to see it actually pass in front of Ceres. So I think we should all, get down there. We've got a few days. We've got a couple weeks. So I think that we should all go down to Antarctica to watch the moon pass in front of the asteroid.
There is something that caught my eye. I was looking at the recent topics on your screen. There's something about a next terrestrial firmware update that got corrupted for some whatever reason. And I think if Ron was on Saturday nights, he'll definitely like check on it.
Yeah, that's actually I should check into that too. So yeah, absolutely.
Because you have a next door too, right, Ron?
Yep. That's when I got the evolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nexstar 8 Evolution HD Edge.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that all these pretty bright and large asteroids are all sort of piling up at opposition, pretty much in the same, the same month, at least. Here's another one, Massalia, is going to be at opposition on the 20th. Kind of cool. So Mercury is going to be at superior conjunction, which means it's going to be on the opposite side of the sun from us. on the 21st.
Shenanigan.
Are there shenanigans? All right. I want to see. Yes. Meet up in Antarctica. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the 2024 solar eclipse in the north here.
Yes.
So
Yes.
a little bit closer for me to travel.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Well, I don't know what I did there.
I okayed it.
I know what I did. I clicked on that and I got rid of my chat. So, all right. Well, I won't be able to see any more of the chat, but that's okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's the end of the world. Yeah. So actually,
You should have looked at the messages before that beat up in Antarctica.
yes, I mentioned that.
Okay.
So yeah, on the 21st, we should definitely, and I'll try to remember, but we should go over to the Soho spacecraft and actually look for Mercury and see if we can see it in one of those wide field views of the sun. Should be able to see it. So that'll be cool. All right, so on the 22nd.
So your radio freaks, sun is still sleeping.
Yes, the sun is resting, but it will awaken.
Yeah.
So let's see, on the 22nd, Moon is going to be at descending node, which again, I think I'm going to argue that is crossing the celestial equator, going south.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with that.
Wide field is the C2, right?
Well, there are two views there, right? There's the LASCO C2 and the LASCO C3. One of them is blue and one of them is red. The blue one is the wide field, and the red one is the narrow field. And they're both, pretty wide field anyway. But the blue one is very, very wide field. I think.
An app that I used is called the NASA Space Weather Center, and you get like something for like to this extended propagation. If you have to use extended propagation reports, but it also has the solo, and I'm going to show you to the latest image of LASCO right now.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, you might want to. And blow me up too.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. We'll look at that at some point. I like to look.
What is that now?
It's called the NASA Space Weather app.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. All right, let's try to get through this month here. So the Moon, Saturn, and Pluto lie within a circle of a diameter of 2.94 degrees of the Moon. I don't know if that's very exciting or not. Okay, so if you're in southern or eastern Africa or central South America, the Moon's going to pass in front of Pluto on the 23rd. That's very cool. Mercury is going to be at perihelion, which is its closest approach to the Sun this time around. That's happening on the 24th. Pretty close, right? Less than a third of an astronomical unit from the Sun.
So I just updated it as well. So it was going to be the outdated one, so I just updated it.
Let's see. So on the 22nd, the Moon is at apogee, which is the furthest it's going to be from the Earth this time around, 251,000 miles away. That's happening at 1327. UTC.
Hmm.
Ceres is at opposition on the 28th. Nice. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and it looks like, again, if you're in northwestern North America, the Aleutian Islands, Micronesia, blah 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 blah, you'll be able to witness the moon pass in front of asteroid Vesta on the 30th at 22 hours UTC. So cool. Yeah, just as always, it's a very, very active month. And like I said, these are just you know, I'm probably a little biased, but, just sort of the major, I guess you call them the major events that are going to be taking place this month. That's sort of a matter of opinion, what's a major event or not. Um, uh, there are lots of other things, that take place as well. So that's a little bit loud, Bobby.
That's loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. So it looks like the Aquariids, at least what they're saying here, isn't going to be adversely affected by moonlight this year. So definitely take a look at that. Always nice to see some meteor showers.
Oh yeah.
That's taking place when? Let's see. Here. Peak is on the 5th, so just a couple days away.
Oh, okay.
Cool. But well, the predicted peak is at 13 hours UTC, so you have to correct for your own time zone. For instance, me here, I'm 7 hours behind UTC, so that would put it at 6 a.m. local time here. So the sun's already up. So
It'd be like 3 a.m. here then, maybe.
well, you're later than I am, right? So I think it's actually going to be later in the day.
Oh, I'm east of you.
Yeah. So I think you're like 4 or 5 hours behind
No,
UTC.
well, Minnesota, whatever it is, Central Time Zone. Central Time Zone.
And Central Time right now is what, 2 hours?
Check the Discord. I just posted the latest of the Lasco C3.
Okay, cool.
It's just after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, so you're 2 hours ahead of me, which means you're 5 hours behind UTC. So for you, that would be 8 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be already daylight.
Yeah. So, this is just a predicted peak. That doesn't mean it's going to happen then. But if it does happen then, you're going to miss it, and so am I.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Better luck next time.
The only meteor I would see is if it hit my front yard. And I would keep going.
Yeah, well, that would be pretty exciting for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
What are the odds of not only just a meteor hitting around my area, or like a low Earth orbiting object, like a satellite or something that could hit around my area?
I'm not quite sure I understand what you're asking.
Well, I'm talking about like when a low Earth orbit satellite re-enters the Earth. What are the odds actually hitting around my location?
That would depend on the orbit direction.
Yeah. Depends on the orbit. It depends on its speed, where it's coming in. there's actually a thing, Bobby. Check out. I think it's called. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's called Celestrak. Celestrak. I forget exactly. I'll try to find it if that isn't it. But they that's a satellite orbit uh, uh, site actually run by a former colleague of mine, Tom. And I'm forgetting his last name too. It's getting late. Um, uh, but yeah, he actually tracks those things and makes predictions in terms of when and where satellites are going to re-enter. Now, bear in mind that 70% of the Earth is water, so that means that there's only a 30% chance that a satellite is going to actually hit land. If you also consider that most satellites um, go around the Earth, sort of around um, um, the equator, so that sort of limits things too. So so yeah, the chances of a satellite actually smashing into your backyard are really, 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 really close to zero. Really, really close. It's entirely possible, and it can happen, right? But
I know.
but don't plan on it, because it ain't gonna happen. And if it does, I want to know about it. I want pictures.
Right.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to get out of here for now. Just to let you know that, let's see, the live stream for the 5th of May is going to be canceled. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be doing another sweat lodge. So I'm just not going to be here.
Praise the Lord. I will not be missing anything, okay?
Good.
Because I'm actually am going to see some local wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
And then on the 10th next week, I'll be taking my trip. So
Nice.
I'll be going to New York and be going to the Pine Bush Paranormal event.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely like to hear about that when you get back.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
We'll be doing some shows on site.
Oh, cool. Okay.
We have our friend Amanda from Canada who will be there. So
Nice.
be getting to meet her for the first time, and I know her already, of course, from the internet, but
Right.
it'd be nice to meet her, in person. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I
That's
wish I
always.
could get myself out of the States for just a little while and stuff like that, and like wake up and smell the roses. It doesn't have to be like anything like astronomy or radio oriented. Just to get out there and just get away.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's always nice. The best thing about traveling, as far as I'm concerned, is coming home. That's like the best thing in the world. It's like, oh man, I cannot wait to get home.
Have you ever noticed that when you're going, you seem to get there a little faster than when you're coming home? Seems like it takes forever to get home. Like when you're walking.
Sometimes I notice that. Yeah. Yep.
Same distance though, but it's like it takes forever to get home.
Yep. We got these weird things up here that do all kinds of strange stuff. Yeah.
I think there's a town in Virginia where anything like from Wi-Fi to cellular to anything that is radio oriented. It's called the radio blackout area, and it's all because of that radio telescope and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That it's more like an asylum for like anything radio oriented.
Mm.
That's right, because that would be light pollution.
Remake West Virginia. Thank you, Orchestra.
Yep. Yeah. We don't want any kind of RF around our radio telescopes. That's just no good. No good at all. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to get out of here for now. So have a great evening, a great day. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you prefer. I prefer a thumbs up. Whatever.
Better thumbs up, you idiot.
Yeah.
Well, everybody can have their opinion, no problem.
Oh yeah.
And spread the word. Spread the word. So, all right, everybody, take care. See you on the spin. See you later.
All right. See y'all next time.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye-bye.